Fawaz Gerges joins me from London. He's a Professor of International Relations at the London School of Economics. Welcome to you, Fawaz. Donald Trump is extremely confident, as he often is. Do you share his confidence that actually this time we will see a deal?
No, I don't. And not because a personal opinion. Donald Trump, you have to be very cautious when you talk about Donald Trump. He exaggerates a great deal. He is very temperamental. He is very chaotic. He says one thing and then he changes his mind the next day or even before the next day. I think we have been there before, haven't we? We have seen Donald Trump talking about a breakthrough. I think the question for many of us is the following, Neil. Does Donald Trump have the political will and the consistency to exert pressure on Benjamin Netanyahu in order to end the war? Will he be willing to push Benjamin Netanyahu to get basically the end of the suffering and the loss of the Palestinians? Two lessons, quickly. The first lesson is that we have seen Benjamin Netanyahu outsmarts and outmaneuvers Donald Trump in the past 1 year. The United States and the Trump administration has given Benjamin Netanyahu unwavering, full support. And secondly, we have to wait and see what will happen today after the meeting, and how will Benjamin Netanyahu, whether he will be able to find a wiggle room, trying to really change some of the aspects of the framework of the agreement to end the war in Gaza.
Something that I feel is an obvious question, but I'm not hearing asked too much. Benjamin Netanyahu is 65,000 plus deaths into this plan that he started with. And he seems and he thinks that he is close to completing it, which is he's corralled the Palestinian people in Gaza right down to the southern border. He feels he's almost managed to remove them from the Strip, and he feels that he's close to completing the annexation of the occupied West Bank. Given that he's so close, in his interpretation, why would he stop now?
I think this is a very important question, because on Friday, when Benjamin Netanyahu addressed the United Nations, he repeated his demand. He wants absolute victory. He wants total victory. He wants to finish the job. And as you and I talk, we are pontificating about Trump's peace agreement or ceasefire agreement. What's the Israeli army is doing now? The Israeli army is utterly destroying Gaza City. Gaza City, you had 1 million Palestinians, refugees in Gaza City. About 600,000 have left, and we still have 400,000 Palestinians who have been displaced multiple times, who are starving. Famine has been confirmed. Israel is systematically destroying Gaza City. In fact, the New York Times 2 days ago ran a major piece about Gaza City, how Israel is literally destroying the city as it has destroyed other parts of Gaza. And also we need to remind your audience that it was Donald Trump who basically said to Benjamin Netanyahu, confront Hamas and finish the job as soon as possible. And obviously so far, Benjamin Netanyahu has convinced Donald Trump that he could finish the job quicker than most American and Israeli strategists believe. So there is a change in Donald Trump's position. The question is, will he be able to exert pressure on Netanyahu to basically begin the process of ending the war? But I fear that Gaza City will not be with us when any ceasefire agreement is signed, if and when it's signed in the next few days and next few weeks.
And Fawaz, Israel's got a lot of demands, but I think one of the key ones is an existential one, which is that they will want Hamas to disarm and most likely leave Gaza. Do you think Hamas is going to go along with that?
Well, what I'm going to say, Neil, you'll be surprised by what I'm going to say, and your viewers will be surprised. Everyone is talking about Trump's ceasefire agreement. This is not an American agreement. This is an Israeli-American agreement. It was Ron Drama, Benjamin Netanyahu, right-hand man, who has coordinated most of the points with the Trump administration, Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, and Tony Blair. So the people talk about the American plan. This is an Israeli-American plan. Let me give you ideas quickly. They want all the hostages released in the first 48 hours, and they should be released. That's not the question. The Israeli army will not pull out of Gaza. It will gradually pull out, but it will have freedom of action, even in the next few years or so. The Palestinian Authority will have no role to play. Hamas has to disarm and basically surrender and lay down their arms. You have a transitional authority led by international experts, managed and led by the Americans, with no major role for the Palestinian Authority. All these points, these are Israeli points, and yet Benjamin Netanyahu is playing this game, is playing his usual game. Oh, I'm unhappy with it, I want to change some of the points. But the reality is, I doubt it very much whether Hamas will lay down its arms and basically surrender. Why would they do so after 2 years, after all the loss and suffering? They have made it very clear. I'm not saying so. Hamas leaders have repeatedly said they will never basically surrender. They will never lay down their arms. So before we celebrate the ceasefire agreement, and I hope it's now, not tomorrow, because the Palestinian people have suffered a great deal, and the Israeli hostages should be released. But there are so many hurdles, and of course, as usual, Neil, the devil lies in the details. And the Palestinians have not even been consulted, not just Hamas, even the PLO, even President Abbas has not been consulted about this Israeli-American plans. Some of the points have been shared with Arab and Muslim leaders.
Well, we'll find out about the details and if there are any devils in there. That'll be coming up later on today when they have that meeting at the White House. Fawaz, thank you. Fawaz Gerges is Professor of International Relations at the London School of Economics.